Hello, and here are the answers to the Level 2 non-calculator paper, practice paper 2009 to 2010. Okay, question 1. It's really important you make sure that you get all of the answers here. It's either a right or wrong question, it's either 2 marks or nothing, so don't make any mistakes on this. So you've got £3.79 plus 58p, carefully adding those up, you get 437, £4.37p. For the next one, you could either do a counting up method to £10, or very carefully take it away from £10, borrowing carefully from each one. So 10 take away 9 is 1, 9 take away 3 is 6, 9 take away 2 is 7. £7.61. Next is multiplying for the total cost of 48 stamps. So if you multiply these carefully, you get 288. Remember, that's pence, so put it into pounds, £2.88. And the last one is a division. Make it into pence straight away. 8 into 5 doesn't go. Now the remainder is 5. So you've now got 8s into 52, which goes 6, remainder 4. 8s into 40 is 5, so it's 65p. Okay, question 2 is a BIDMAS question. So write that at the top of your page. We need to do the multiplying first, so write it out in order. 14 take away 12, which is 2. Likewise, the next bit, you need to do 6 squared first of all. 6 squared, 6 times 6, 36. And then half of 36 is 18. Prime factors of 60, it's even, so 2 goes into 30, 2 goes in again, 15, and then 3 times 5, or any other way that you prime factor it, so you end up with 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. For 2 marks, it doesn't ask you to use indices, but if you did, it would be 2 squared times 3 times 5. The largest odd number, we've written it down here, is 15. Question 3, take care multiplying. You've got 56 times 7, so it's 42, 35 add 4 is 39. Now, because you've got 1 decimal place in the question, you need 1 decimal place in the answer. So it's 39.2. On the last one, if you think about the equivalent division, if you times that by 10, times that by 10, so you get 560 divided by 7, which is 80 there. So you've got to think carefully about the equivalent division and divide by that. Okay, multiples of 7 are in the 7 times table, so that's 42. Square numbers, you could have 9 or 36, 3 times 3 or 6 times 6. Cube numbers, so 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Or you could also have 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. So either of those would have been fine. There's only one prime number, which is 19, which only has factors 1 and itself. And then 60, factors of 60 are 12 or 15. Okay, 15%, so write that as a fraction, times £12. Now it's not easy to see what you can cross cancel here with 12, so if you make it into pence, you can cancel that. And then do 15 times 12, which is 180. Be careful, that's in pence, so you need to put it into pounds, £1.80. If it's a reduction, if it's reduced, you then take that away. So £12, take away £1.80, leaves you with £10.20 there. 64 centimetres as a fraction of 4 metres, so they've got to have the same units. And remember, 100 centimetres is 1 metre. 64 over 400, lots and lots of simplifying that you can do here, and you end up with 4/25 for 2 marks there. That's 1 mark, get the answer for 2. Number 6, the key word is estimate. So you're going to round these to one significant figure. So it's 100p per litre times 30 litres, which gives you £30. Next bit, again, 6 litres, which is 6,000 millilitres. And you're going to divide that by 300 in each glass. Cancel, 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 cancel. 60 divided by 3 is 20. So around about 20 glasses that you can get out of that. Number 7, Sam, good name, eats a quarter. His friends eat 3/5. At the moment we can't add those fractions because they need to have a common denominator, which is 20. So then we think 4 times 5 is 20, 1 times 5 is 5. So 5 goes on the top there. 5 times 4 is 20, so 3 times 4 is 12. Excuse the arrows there. And now they've got the same denominator, we can add them to get 17/20. They eat 17/20, 3/20 are left. And the mother and father share the remainder. Now if you think, if all those 20 slices were then sliced into half again, there would be 40 slices in total. There would be 6 left, so they ate 3 each. Part B, a third of 24 is 8, so there are 8 girls, which means the rest of the boys was 16 boys. 3/4 of the girls, cancel, cancel, 3 times 2 is 6, so 6 girls, learn musical instrument, half the boys, which is 8, add them together, and 14 in total. Right, so it takes 2/3 of an hour to drive the red bus around its route. The red bus is driven 6 hours every day, so we've got to work out how many 2/3 go into 6. Now you can draw pictures of the hours and split them into thirds. It's easier to think, if I divide, I flip the second fraction. Cancel, cancel, 3 times 3 is 9. Number 8, write it out. 3 times 5 plus 2 times 2. And then it's going to be a BIDMAS question. Multiply first, so you've got 15 plus 4, which is 19. Part 2, again, write it out. So you've got 5 times 2 plus -3. Multiply first, which is 10. When you have a plus and a minus together, it makes a -3, which is 7. This one, again, write it out. 2 times -3 squared. Indices come before multiplying. So you've got to square the -3. And if you square negative, you get a positive. So it's 2 times 9, which is 18. So remember your order you've got to do these in. Indices before multiplying. Last bit, 5 minus -3. 2 plus -3. So think about your signs there. If they're 2 negatives together, it makes plus. Plus and minus together makes minus. So you've got 8 over -1. Positive divided by negative is negative. 8 divided by 1 is 8. So it's -8 for the answer there. Show you're working on those because you might get some working out marks. Right, equations here. Always think about the inverse when you're solving equations. So the inverse of a quarter is times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. The inverse of -6 is +6 to both sides. So then you've got 3x is 24. Divide by 3 both sides. X is 8. Multiply out brackets first. So you've got 6y plus 21 is 15. Minus 21 from both sides. So 6y is negative 6. Then divide by 6 both sides. Negative divided by positive is negative. 6 divided by 6 is 1. And the last one, remember to get your letters on left. So we've got 6z minus 5 is 2z plus 13. So minus 2z's from both sides. So 4z minus 5 is 13. Now plus 5 to both sides. So 4z is 18. Finally, divide by 4. 4 doesn't go into 18, so you can either think about it or just do a quick long division. 4 remainder 2, and it goes in 5. So it's 4.5 or 4.5. Show you're working with those equations, and remember to think about the inverse operation. Okay, number 10 is all about angles, triangles, and we're looking for maybe some Z or F angles here. Maybe worth noting at the top, triangles 180, straight lines 180, just so you can refer to that and you can remember. A is a Z angle with 50. That only works because there are parallel lines there. We've got a right angle here, so together they're 140. We need 180 for my triangle, so that means that B is 40 as well. C is part of an isosceles triangle, which means that these two angles are the same. So whatever C is, this will be C as well. We've got a 50 here, so I do 180, take away the 50 I've already got, which is 130. I then share that 130 between 2, which is 65. So I'm going to label it as I go to make things easier. And then finally, this is another isosceles triangle, meaning that these two angles are the same. This angle here is on a straight line with 60 and 50. So if I add up 60 and 65 and 50, I get 115. What do I need to get my 180 on a straight line? Take it away from 180 and you get 65. Label these questions as you go. It will often help to see where the next angle is. Also, identify your isosceles triangles and highlight or circle any angles which are the same. Okay, number 11 is all about transformations. First of all, make sure you plot the points carefully. We're going to go along the corridor up the stairs for these. And you end up with this shape, like so, using a sharp pencil. This is one of those questions where it's a good idea to have a spare pencil so you can just pick it up and start drawing accurately. Now this shape is a trapezium because it has one pair of parallel lines. Y equals 7 goes here. Don't forget to label it, don't be lazy, label like crazy. And then when we reflect, you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's B up there. To get C, you need 6, 7, which is here. Use your tracing paper to trace your shape A, put your pencil on the centre of rotation and turn it 90 degrees. And when you do that, you end up with the shape like so. Obviously, when you do this, draw it with a ruler and a sharp pencil. The final one is the transformation. Do 4 left, 2 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then your shape has just moved slightly left and a bit up. Okay, number 12 is about pie charts. Remember, a pie chart, 360 degrees, and we need to fill all of that up. So 360 divided by 90, there are 90 cakes, gives you 4 degrees per cake. A third of them, a third of 90 is 30, 10% is 36, which means the rest must be 16, because there are 35 lemon ones. Multiply all of those by 4 to get the number of degrees, which means that lemon is 140, that's lemon there. Chocolate is 120 degrees. Ginger is 36 degrees. And the rest, coffee, should be 64 degrees. To get 4 marks, you need to be accurate with your angles to the nearest degree. You need to label each angle in the middle, and you need to label which flavoured cake they are. So 4 marks, really worth doing it well there. She doubled the chocolate, so in total she'll have another 30 cakes, which is 120 in total, and then 360 divided by 120 is 3 degrees per cake. There are 35 lemons, 35 times 3 is 105 degrees. Okay, number 13 is about probability. Remember, probability, you always write it as a fraction and you always simplify. 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5. Okay. Now, both cards show an odd number. Odd, 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 odd. There are 6 of them out of 15. That doesn't get you the mark, because you've got to simplify by dividing top and bottom by 3, so you get 2/5. 1 odd, 1 even, odd 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 even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 15, which you can't simplify. At least one shows a prime number. Well, prime, 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 prime. So it's all of them apart from 2. Remember, 1 is not a prime number. 1 is not a prime number. So you got 13 out of 15. And the final part, given that one of the cards shows a 2, so that means we are only looking at these ones here. We are only looking at these 7 bits here. So when I write my probability, it's going to be out of 7. How many are more than 5? Not 5, more than 5. 1, 2. So it's 2 out of 7. Okay, 50 litres, so times that by 10, times that by 10, and you get 88. This is another time when you can reach for a spare pencil, which is nice and sharp, for your conversion graph. 0, 0, no gallons, no litres is no pints, and 50, 88, which is up here somewhere. Be really accurate with your line. And now, showing clearly. You will lose marks if you don't show where your lines go. 36, draw it up, draw it across, and you should get 63 pints. For this one, 75 pints, and drop it down is 42.5 litres. So the difference is 17.5 litres. You've got to draw these lines. You'll lose marks if you don't. Also be really accurate. Make sure you go straight across and straight down. Okay, so fill in the table carefully, and you fill in these bits, and you get 25 and 36. You must recognise these as square numbers. The first 8, so we think about 8 squared, which is 64. There are 10 odd numbers from 1 to 19 inclusive, so 10 squared is 100. And then this last bit, if you think carefully, it is n plus 1 over 2, that's the number of odd numbers. If you square it, you get 400. So the square root is n plus 1 over 2 is 20. Double both sides, n plus 1 is 40, so n is 39. So you've got 1 to 39, which add up to 40. Or you can think about it in a different way, possibly. Okay, add up your marks. You're roughly looking for an A, which is 70, B is about 60, and a C is 50 or so. So there we go.